G'day guys, welcome to the next video in my LC build. It's been 12 months since my last video, so you probably think that I got a lot done. Well, I'm sorry to say that I've got absolutely nothing done. I spent 9 months of the year away with work, so I really haven't had time to get stuck into the car and get some stuff done. And that, along with some family commitments, it just really wasn't happening for me in 2023. Good news is, 2024, we've just started. My best mate Guy, he's driving over from New South Wales to Perth to come and help out with some metal fabrication. We've got a whole list of work and stuff that we want to try and achieve while he's over here. Basically try and get everything done that we can to be able to get this car off the rotisserie, so that way I can get rid of the rotisserie, get it back on the ground and keep moving forward with the project. The only metal fabrication that Guy won't be doing is the front end, so the new rear spares, front fenders and the nose cone. All that's going to be done by a good friend Steve Harvey here, who's got a metal fabrication shop here in Rockingham. He's going to be helping out with that, so I'm really excited to get back into the car, get some stuff done. I'm hoping by the end of this year that we'll end up having some color laid down and most of the front end of the diff and stuff sorted. We'll see how we go. I shouldn't be going away for work this year, so fingers crossed we can get a lot done, and I'll start putting out a bit more frequent videos to be able to bring you some more content. Not just for you guys, more so for me, so that way I can document my build. But anyway, Guy should be here tomorrow, so I'm really excited for him to get here. It's been a while since I've seen him, and we'll get stuck into it. Day one, what we've done today is did a small rust repair up in here, welded a little bit in there. Yes, you can still see we welded it in. I'm not too fussed about that, as long as there's no rust in there, which now it's all been cut out. That is all good to go. We also removed the whole sill on this side, cleaned it all up. Once we had that whole sill off, we realized that there was a bit more rust just in here. So we had to remake that from scratch with the limited sort of tools and stuff we had in there, so we didn't have anything to sort of bend something into shape, so I made it into like 4 little bits because it was bolstered like this part here. We'll clean all that up tomorrow. It's just been tack welded and stitched in there for now. So tomorrow we'll weld the rest of that section up, and then we'll clamp the rear spares sill into place, tack that, and then put this door back on just to check gaps at the bottom, just to make sure everything's all good there. So once that's on tomorrow, we'll start on the other side sill, do the same thing again. Hopefully we don't have this rust issue here on the other side, because that actually took up quite a bit of our time today, slowed us down a bit. Then once both sills are done, we're going to be moving on to this quarter, so where there was a lot of bog in the previous video, you would have seen that. A good mate of mine from over east, Damien Scullard, lives on the south coast of New South Wales. He actually hit me up, knew I was looking for a quarter, and got me one. So yeah, I sent him the money, he picked that up for me and gave it to my mate Guy, who drove over here to come and help out doing all the metal fab stuff. So thanks very much to Damien for picking that up for me, and Guy for bringing it over and helping me out with this. After that section is done, then we'll probably move on to the lower rear quarters, which had a little bit of rust and some damage in there. And also on that quarter also has a good tail light section, whereas mine is a bit beat up. So we'll use that as well to be able to fix that section there. That should keep us busy for the next couple of days. I haven't been doing a great deal of videoing while we've actually been working. Just want to try and get stuck in and get as much done as we can, but I'll try and film as much as possible. So this morning we're taking off the second side sill. There is a little bit of rust section in here like we had on the other side, not on the balsa part, so I think that'd be a little bit easier. We'll just triangulate that, cut it out and replace that section there. Halfway through drilling out all the spot welds, so I've got that bottom section done. Let's start to clean that up. But then this top section, just need to drill out that spot welds there and then do the same, clean all that section up. Once that's done, weld all this back in and then weld that side sill in. Sill is now all 100% completed, welded in. There is a bit of a low spot in here. All this part's fine, that's fine. Maybe just a little bit here and under here where the rare spares parts just didn't really line up perfectly. So now that's all welded in. I'll probably get a panel beater to, you know, just like slide hammer that and knock it into place so it all sits well. The other side's all prepped, good to go. We've also cut out this side floor pan now, floor pan I should say. So that one's been cut out. The floors did look pretty good, but to be honest, you could see like the pitting and stuff in there, and there's a couple of pinholes. Like when you shine the light through there, you could sort of see the light coming through. So instead of taking my chances with it, I got floor pans and stuff as well, so they'll be both changed out, both this side and that side. Quite well now. So now we've got both front floors welded in. Look at that. Passenger side there and driver side. Both sills have been fully welded in. So you got driver side, sorry, passenger side, and driver side down there. You can't really see at the moment, it's on the side. Next is both these sections. So I had to do the lower rear quarter, just a front section there, so not using the whole of the rear spares part, just using a section of it. And also I had to take apart all the spare wheel that was a bit rusted out, so we're going to replace that as well, which I've got those panels, rear spares, good to go, all ready to go in. The other panel I did get was the left hand side of the boot floor, so I just didn't like how pitted it was along here, and plus we had to fill all that out anyway, so I thought, hey, why not, I'll just get that whole entire panel. And then after that I got a little bit of rust in here that I need to sort out as well, just on the bottom of the fuel filler there, put a patch in. The right hand side of the boot was looked pretty good, so I wasn't going to touch that, and that will be the next couple of things getting done over the next couple of days. after a couple of weeks of getting some metal fab and stuff sorted, Guy come around, helped me out. Me getting in there, having a little bit of a helping hand in there, getting some more experience with something that I haven't really done before. We managed to get quite a few things ticked off my list. We didn't get everything ticked off. There was a couple of things that were unsure if we wanted to actually tackle them or get an actual professional to go in and have a look at it. So I'll take you for a go around the car and we'll see what we did. Yeah, so we had to fix some rust cuts just in here. So yeah, cut out a triangle piece in there that we had found some rust after we put the sill on, or took the old sill off I should say. Both side sills are all welded in. As you can see, there's a little bit of a low spot there, so I'll get a panel beater to sort of straighten that out a bit more. I want to try and do it without using filler. Like, you could probably easily bog over that, but I really don't want to be using a heap of bog. Both front floors all done, welded in. Fixed up that hole. I just cut it a bit more square because whoever put the Sleeker 5-speed in it, that had it when I bought the car, just hacked the living shit out of that trans tunnel. It looked terrible. So once I have a gearbox sorted and everything, I'll put it up and see if that hole suits. If not, I'll cover it in and make a new hole. Lower rear quarters, they were done. We didn't use the whole panel. We just used sections of that rear spares panel to try and keep as much original steel as possible. Once we did cut that open a little bit, we noticed there was a bit more rust inside there, so we cut out as much as what we could to be able to have all fresh steel in there. There was also a little bit of a section in there that was all rusted out, so we cut that out, replaced that. The spare wheel well, that was all cut out and replaced. We'll have a look on the inside of the boot there, you can see it a bit better. So that was all rear spares panel and stuff as well. It's all nice and fresh in there, no rust. It did have quite a bit of pitting and stuff in there. No idea what these holes are for. I don't think they're factory or anything, so at a later stage might weld them up and get rid of those holes. Left side of the boot all done. I wasn't going to replace it, then once we started like taking some of the steel back, putting it up in the sunlight, I realized it was actually more pitted than what I originally thought. So ended up getting a replacement panel for that, cutting all that out and welding in. So I've just gone around and put rust converter and also a high etch primer over the top, so in that way it's all nice and sealed. I do have to go around all these new areas and put new body sealant stuff in there. Didn't get around to doing this. I do have an extra piece for that out of the quarter that I had there. And we also didn't get to the main damage of the car that I wasn't happy with. So after talking to a couple of old boys, they reckon that you can panel beat that out. So we'll have a look at it and see if a panel beater wants to tackle that, but it looks pretty bad in person. So if they don't and they want to cut that panel out and replace it, then either way. We also replaced this lower rear quarter as well. Again, as you can see, a little bit of a low spot there. Hammer and dolly should be able to sort that out. We didn't use the whole panel on this one because there's a crease line here that we're going to have to get panel bedded out as well. But the rear spares item didn't really seem to line up too well. I don't know, it just didn't look right, so we didn't want to replace that whole section. There's also a bit of a dent on that corner there. Again, I'll get a panel beater to sort most of that stuff out. Other side sill, again, same issue, a little bit of a low spot here where it joins from the new sill to the original body. That side floor done as well, obviously. The rears were fine. There was no pitting or anything in the rears. They were nice, dry, solid. So no need to replace those. This little section here near the dash, we fixed everything that was able to be seen. So once the dash pad goes on, you can't even see this pitting. So we just sort of fixed up everything below that. Looks a bit dodgy. I should probably try and fix that top part as well. Might get around to it, but just wanted to try and fix everything that you'd be able to see first. And then this little section here, so there was a couple of little rust spots there that we diagrammed out. Again, sill. Both front floors, they were welded from both top and bottom, so probably a little bit overkill, but at least they're nice and strong, and got plenty of steel in there, so they shouldn't come out or shouldn't have any issues. Another thing we didn't get done was around the windscreen, so around both front and rear windscreens, pretty bad in this. Like the top part's fine, but quite bad along here, along the cowl, especially the other side. Like whoever did these repairs previously, fuck me, they're dodgy as shit. And that's exactly why I didn't want to tackle a lot of this sort of stuff myself, because I didn't want repairs to look as bad as what this is. I sort of wanted to look half decent. Like I'm certainly not going for any bloody top 60 or Summernats, but I sort of wanted to look nice as well. Same with the rear. Like looks like someone's welded in 3mm plate there at some stage. I'm surprised the rear windscreen was even in and sealed properly, but it seemed to do the trick. So the top's quite fine, but yeah, along the sides and the bottom definitely need to be replaced. Same deal on that side as well. So yeah. Next thing is mate Steve Harvey. He's going to come around, so around about March time. He's busy fixing his own car now for an event that he wants to go to. That's when the front quarters and the nose cone are going to get welded on. So that'll be the next thing. So just for now, primed it, sealed it, rust converted, all that good gear to try and save the metal. I've done that. Now I've just got to get some, well, I've got some black automotive sealant, and I'll go around to all those new areas, anywhere that needs sealant, start putting all that in. And yeah, that is it for now. This video might be a little bit long because I've been yabbing on for about 7 minutes now, plus all the other sort of stuff that we've been put in of Guy doing some work, and me not doing so much work, because although I did do a little bit, I didn't do a great deal. Guy was definitely the guy doing most of the work there, but I tried to film where I could. Obviously didn't get a great deal of footage, but hopefully you get something out of what I did film. And if you have any questions about any of the rare spare items, a lot of them did seem to be okay fitment wise. Some things we had a little couple of issues with here and there, but realistically these cars from factory were never spot on, so you can't expect that a panel that's pressed is going to be the same for every car, because realistically the bodies are probably all different anyway, being built in the 70s. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.